Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. It is Thursday, the last day of February. We got the leap year thing going on today. It's leap day. So, anybody having a birthday today? Um, Happy birthday. You get to celebrate it literally on your day. You don't have to squeeze it in with other people's birthdays on the 28th or the 1st of March. So, there's that going on. This is the last day without Cindy. She's going to be back with us tomorrow. She was partying or doing dinner or doing something. There was a yacht club they were at in Key West yesterday. Haven't seen many pictures, but I know she's having a good time. And it was all for Mr. D's birthday bash. So it's something that he wanted to do, and I think she was happy to go along, no doubt, because they had just been there. What, 2-3 months ago? Maybe 3 months ago, and had a wonderful time. So they wanted to go back. So, but anywho, welcome to Friday, not Little Friday. Tomorrow will be Big Friday, and we'll be heading into the weekend. We got some rain coming our way tomorrow. Of course, did you guys enjoy the temps yesterday? And it was cloudy and a little breezy. It looked like it was going to rain at any time, and it finally did a little bit. And that cold front came through. And instead of temps in the 60s this morning, we got temps in the 40s, a good 20 degrees or better, lower. So we got that going on. What else is happening? So Ray moving in Friday evening sometime, maybe as early as Friday afternoon. Then Saturday looks like a kind of a washout. I don't know. Maybe a rainy day. So I don't know. Figure out something good to do around the house, man. Get some pot of soup going or some chili, maybe a pot roast or something before it gets warm. And we can't do that kind of stuff because it's just not too cool. So, but I just wanted to say I had a great time yesterday right here. I was totally surprised by Perrin and Bethy. If you were watching yesterday, we had a lot of fun in here. They came into the studio and joined me for our Facebook Live, and it was really special of them. They brought me some food. Yeah, some appropriate food too. It was a nice, healthy breakfast wrap, low carb tortilla, egg and cheese. Good stuff. It was a big meal. Gosh, I tell you what. So, but I did enjoy that. Thanks to them. If you missed it, you can watch that if you'd like to on our Facebook page. Yesterday's video. It's a video on demand of what you're watching right now, but yesterday it's there. You can watch if you want and see what happened. So we got some folks kind of rolling in here this morning, and let's see what we got. Let's see. We got some folks. Foy is with us. Perrin, hello. How are you guys? Victoria, all right. How's it going there? And let's see. Yep, it is Leap Day. Isn't that so cool? Gary, 24 in Flores. Holy smokes. I know. Perrin's right. It was 71 yesterday. And it felt pretty good. Definitely. Perrin, the rap was great. I don't know if you heard me talk about it, but the wrap was fantastic. I almost didn't opt for lunch. 3 hours later, I was still full from the wrap. I really was. That was pretty cool. And the coffee was good too. Yeah. The biscuits and, place, they have some pretty good coffee, but the wrap was phenomenal. Why would I suspect it wouldn't be if it came from there? They do a good job with their breakfast food. It's kind of what they're known for. How about you? What did you do for the rest of the day, Perrin? Did you have errands to run, or did you just go back home, or what was that deal? Okay, Victoria, I'm glad you could catch up and watch it. I'm glad. That's awesome. I know you had to be out yesterday. I think you were doing something with elections, I believe is what I heard. Yeah, whenever, it's gotten to the point where if one of you guys misses one of these, we all wonder what's going on. Is everything okay? We worry about each other now. It's kind of far out. Perrin went to the pizza joint. She worked yesterday. All right. Very cool. Very cool. So Gary, how was your morning? You were off and running early. You had to leave just a little bit early. Everything okay? Did you get done what you needed to get done? Michael? Good morning to you. How are you? How's it going? Let's see. And then, like you guys should know this like the back of your hand, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So we got Today in Music coming up at about 20 after, and Bow Time will be there. And we've got some stuff you didn't know, useless information. I went and sniffed around Cindy's desk and found her file full of that stuff. So I'm going to use some of it today. Yeah, did Charlie get to see? Did Charlie watch yesterday too? That's a good question, Gary. He likes Charlie likes my voice. Okay. All right. Okay, good, Gary. Awesome. Very cool. Good to get all checked out before you head overseas, right? Heck yeah, absolutely. That's what I say. Um, do I get paid for working the extra day? Yeah, I do, but it's not extra pay. Let's just put it that way. I don't get like a time and a half or anything like that. No, not nope. I don't think they think like that here. You know, I'm not sure I even think like that. But whatever. I understand the question. How about you? Did you ever have a job where you got paid for leap day? Probably not. Doesn't come up often enough for it to stay in the HR book. You know what I'm saying? The employee handbook. Oh, cool, Gary. COVID secure for the year. Hope you stay that way, man. That's crazy. Oh, Michael says it's a good question. I think it is. Michael, how about you? Do. Yeah. Did you ever have a a leap day where you got paid for, Michael? Or are you just trying to create one? Maybe that's what it is. I got you. Oh, let's see what else is going on in the world here. I do have a stack of stuff here. We got about 3 minutes. Um, oh, Wendy's. Did you hear that story about Wendy's? I didn't talk about it, but I heard about it yesterday afternoon. They were starting to. Wendy's said that they're going to start what they call dynamic pricing. It's a supply and demand thing. So if they're busy, they can immediately change the prices on their menus for things to go up in price and then down when there wasn't a lot of people around. Well, I don't know what happened between yesterday and today, but I read first thing this morning that they're backpedaling on that. And they say they thought about it, and that's probably not such a good idea. Crazy. So Michael says you brought it up to management, the leap day pay idea, and it kind of fell on deaf ears. Well, maybe next leap year. You got 4 years to work on it, right? Yep, 4 years to work on it. Oh my goodness. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Perrin. I don't understand the thinking. I really don't. Airlines kind of do that. Transportation ticketing is kind of like that. If you're around a month ahead of time and you know what your plans are, you're going to get a great rate on some flight to somewhere. But if you have to leave tomorrow and it's maybe a family emergency and you got to catch a flight, you're going to pay through the nose. Isn't that? I don't know. I just don't understand why they do it and get away with it. And more people don't go, would you guys just stop? I don't know. So, but I agree. Fast food, no place for that. Leap day adds an extra day before Gary's monthly retirement. Otherwise, he would get paid a day earlier. Ha ha. Now that makes a little sense. All right, so we got 4 things you didn't know yesterday, some useless information. We got that for you. and we'll chat a little bit more about whatever you guys want to talk about this morning. Um, I was feeling a little mischievous last night. I thought, what could we do to have some fun with Cindy? Maybe prank on her a little bit. I don't think she's watching, but she could be. I know Gary probably has a good idea. So if you do, we can talk about that. Before she gets here back tomorrow. Can't do the blanket thing again. Can't do that. Although that was kind of funny. Your station for the Killer Hits, 102.5 The Shark. It's the Rolling Stones and Miss You. 8:12, Bill and Cindy in the morning. Your Killer Hits all day. Cindy will be back with us tomorrow. She's taking her last day of Key West vacation. You know, the more I think about that, the more I think that it's just so awesome. I think we're going to have to plan something like that with Mrs. Thomas. Head south where it's warm, definitely. All right, looking at your shark forecast, it is sunny and breezy today, back to a chilly day, 47 for the high. The breeze is going to make it feel a little cooler than that. Might be a little warmer inland, 53, maybe along the Edenton, out towards Windsor, that kind of thing, that area. Mostly cloudy for you tonight, low 35, then partly sunny tomorrow. Slight chance of maybe an afternoon shower. Some rain does move in Friday night into Saturday, but it could happen a little earlier, so they threw the chance in there. High tomorrow of about 55. Right now we got 46 in Southern Shores, 42 in Shawboro, and we've got 47 in Nags Head at 102.5 The Shark. All right, so got some useless information for you. Where did I find it? That's usually Cindy's bag. Well, I went to Cindy's bag right beside her desk, and there's some folders in there, some file folders. And one of them I found was useless information. So it's not all in her brain all the time. Somebody gives her something that says, hey, use this for this, because this sounds like the stuff you talk about all the time. She does. She puts it away. And if she ever needs some inspiration, she's got it. So I needed some inspiration this morning. So I've been doing this. This is like day number 4 of doing the show all by myself, except for yesterday when Perrin and Bethy stopped by for our Facebook Live and carried a little weight of the show. Thank you to them. Do appreciate that. Our listeners are great. All right, so anyway, this is 4 things that you didn't know yesterday. Listen up. You might be able to use one of them today in your travels, in your work, in the office, whatever. Belgium has the highest number of castles and comic book artists per square kilometer in the world. Yeah. The Guinness World Record for the largest collection of Barbie dolls stands firm at 18,500. Somebody's got 18,500 Barbie dolls. Wow. A spa in Japan allows you to swim in various liquids, including coffee and wine. How about that? The whole thing just has another ring to it. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We'll have some coffee and we'll swim in it. Almost 2,000 Americans and 230 Canadians require medical attention each year after mishaps with their toilet paper dispenser. I don't have a toilet paper dispenser unless you call the holder the dispenser. And how could you mishap that? Is it something with the spring action or something like that? Is it pop and hit you in the head, or maybe try to put your eye out or something? The toilet paper dispenser? Who knew? Anyway, there's some loose and useless information for you today. It's all out there for you. If you can use it, fine. If not, I'll put it back in Cindy's folder. Stick around. Today in music all the way within 10 minutes. Bow time, of course, the chances of free food from Bojangles. And don't forget, we're live on Facebook right now. Join us. Have the fun. We got quite a family hanging out, talking about all kinds of stuff. It's kind of a behind-the-scenes look at what's happening in the show when the music's playing. Check it out, facebook.com/102.5 The Shark. All right, let me get set up here for today in music. See, Perrin knows exactly what I'm doing now. She says, I remember I was here yesterday. All right, do we have it? Today in music. Yes, we do. Hot diggity. Okay. All right, so what's happening? Let me catch up. All right. Okay. Okay, I found you, Michael. This is right after catching up on the comments. All right. I would leave. Oh yeah, if the prices went up while you were in line, I would too. That's just not cool, is it? It's just kind of weird. Parent says the Daily Blast the other day did a poll. The results were 93% said they would stop going, and 7% said they would not stop going. Gosh, you gotta love some Wendy's. Would that be like the $5 biggie bag would now be $10? But wait a minute, 30 minutes ago it was $5. I'm back for another one. Michael says you could say to Cindy there was no note posted and someone ate it. No note posted, someone ate it. Okay. Perrin 128. Oh, I was at 119. First thing this morning, upon waking up, I haven't checked it again. I was waiting for my doc says, you can check when you wake up and then check like 2 hours after breakfast again, and then 2 hours after the next meal, and then 2 hours after dinner. That's what he told me to do. So I don't know. What else we got? Gary's up for pranking Cindy. Says he's going to blame him anyway. What are the odds? Should we place bets in Vegas on whether she's going to catch her flight today out of Key West? Is she going to blame it on jet lag? Well, if she misses her flight today, she's going to say, well, I have to stay the weekend. I'll come back Sunday night. Ooh. Oh, or she's going to say she didn't have clean clothes because she got in late and didn't have time or fell asleep. Oh, my goodness. We did the blanket already. Oh, Michael, I didn't reply to your email. I am sorry. I got caught up in a bunch of stuff, but I did read your email, and that was pretty cool. We were just talking about that the other day. That was pretty neat. Thank you. Michael, we did the blanket already. What can we do to the blanket that would be different this time? Would she not be suspecting the blanket? Should we exchange a blanket? All right, Gary says Gary bets she'll make it back, but she'll be too tired to get up and come into work. I don't think. I think she'll be here. I really do. Oh, misplace it. Okay. We were going to do something with it, but then we lost it. All right, I'll think about that one. Anybody else got something? We got about 20 minutes to come up with something to do. Okay? Yes, indeed. Something fun-loving, nothing harsh. All right. So far, the contender is to misplace the blanket again. Oh, coffee's good this morning because it's 20 degrees cooler. Man. I came in, I had to dress in layers again today because it was chilly this morning. Move her chair. Now, that's not a bad idea. So just bring the clankiest, almost ready for the garbage heap chair that we have in the office and put it in here. All right. That's not a bad one. Chair's a pretty good option. We could do that. And you know what? We could prank somebody else. We could change chairs with like Ray or Jim, to the other morning guys that are on other stations. They've got their own. They have their chairs they love too. Like I have my chair. It's not the old Marco. This was the new Marco chair. I think Marco had it about 6 months before he passed away, and he had the other chair for like, I don't know, 10 years. And Marco was a pretty big guy, so we had to buy him a really sturdy chair. It was durable. It would hold up. So I expect this one to last for a long time. So I like my chair. I know Ray likes his chair. I know Jim likes his high back chair. Okay. Maybe we do Ray. That might work. Okay. All right. Michael, you got it going on, man. That's so funny. Yeah, there we go. hmm Cindy uses a sick one. I didn't make the arrangements in her fallback. Bill, you can cover for me. I don't know about that, man. Maybe. We'll see. All right. So today in music in about 3-4 minutes, we'll do that. And it'll be bow time. And yes, I think I have a word. Let me double check. This will be just like me, the last day not to have my word. Hold on. I do. I've got the word ready, Michael. So if you can hang about another 4 minutes, we'll do that. And everybody else that likes to text in that word at bow time. Change the lock on her door. We have a running gag where we say, I walked across the parking lot this morning and the key still worked in the lock. So I guess we still have a job. Maybe we lock the door and it's a different lock. That's expensive though. I have to think about that one. Still liking the chair. Still liking the chair. What else you got up your sleeves, huh? What else you got up your sleeves? Anything? Think hard. Okay. I'll wait a few minutes. Absolutely. Man. So we did a Forgotten 45 this morning, one of KC and the Sunshine Band's #1 hits. Please Don't Go. And it just got me to thinking about that show and how fun it's going to be. You guys should really try. And we are going to give some tickets away, but it's going to be probably a little closer to the show. I do know that. But they're on sale now, and you can buy them through musicobx.com. It's May 25th, along with chairman of the board at Roanoke Island Festival Park. And the cool thing is we all live around here. You don't have to worry about finding a house or a hotel on Memorial Day weekend. We can just leave our house and go to the show. Except for Gary. But Gary, I think you're going to be like, you might still be away at that point anyway. It's not like you'd be coming here. That's later. Yeah, it will be funny, Michael, if Cindy's watching this. There's a 50-50 chance either she's watching or she's going to watch later today. It would depend on if there's Wi-Fi on the plane. That would be something. Like, what do I do? Oh, let's watch the Facebook Live. But she might be, she might be up early. They might be doing breakfast before they fly back, and a different kind of a day. Travel day is always kind of weird, so I don't know if she's watching now. That would surprise me, actually. So Michael says there was a sheriff who just didn't let the employee in the back door. True story. Ooh. Have to check that one out. All right, 3 minutes until today in music and bow time. Let's see. Boy, I'm with you. I can't wait to see KC and the Sunshine Band as well. They are geared up for this tour. They really are. All right. Gary says, tell Cynthia that upper management is going to pay our morning show guests for their participation. Perrin will get paid the most, along with Bethy, because they bought you breakfast. Okay. That could be kind of fun. It could be. Absolutely could be. Oh man, that was a great treat yesterday, and on a couple of different levels. It was so cool. You're talking with Perrin and Bethy. Who knows where the conversation's going to go? There's no lie about that. And it's always good to reminisce with Perrin, even though we didn't know each other 35, 40 years ago. We certainly knew everybody that knew each other. That's so funny. I was just surprised that we never ran into each other. Seriously. In the 80s? Seriously. It just boggles the mind. And Gary, you too, because I went past your house twice a day the whole time you lived here. because I just live on the other side of the bridge on Roanoke Island, across from the Christmas shop. Yeah. Um, don't want to name him David. He won't let tell the person next. What do you got, Michael? What is that? Okay. I'm okay. Don't want to name him David Matt. He won't let me tell the person next to it. I don't understand that. I'm sorry. Just I'm not picking up what you're laying down. All right, we got about a minute until today in music, and then it's going to be bow time for you. We'll do that, and then we'll return and we'll make a final decision on what we're going to do. Okay. Phil Collins. Wow. Your station for the killer hits, 102.5. The Shark is Phil Collins and Studio. What does that really mean? I've wondered all these years. What's he really talking about there? Maybe we'll have to dig into that and make that a forgotten 45. But how do you forget that song? Because you're always wondering what it's about. Bill and City, the morning killer hits all day. Your Shark forecast is sunny and breezy today, high of 47. A little warmer inland today, 53. Mostly cloudy tonight, low of 35, and then partly sunny tomorrow. Slight chance maybe an afternoon shower moving in with a high of 55. Let's see, we've got 43 in Coinchock, 45 in Moyac, and 47 in Nags Head. Right now at 102.5 The Shark. It's time for Today in Music, and it was 2012. And it was Davy Jones of the Monkees. He died of a heart attack at age 66. Just seems like it doesn't seem like it was back in 2012. Now, before the Monkees, he was a successful young actor, nominated for a Tony Award for his role as the Artful Dodger in the Broadway production of Oliver on February 9th, 1964, which is a very big date in music history. He appeared with Oliver and castmate Georgia Brown on the same episode of The Ed Sullivan Show, in which the Beatles made their first appearance. He was there. Jones looks back and said often about that. He said, I watched the Beatles from the side of the stage that night. And I saw the girls going crazy. And I said to myself, man, this is it. I want to get a piece of that. In 2000, Eric Clapton was banned from driving for 6 months after speeding 45 and a 30 near his UK home in Surrey. That's really all he was charged with, and they took his license away? Got to be more to that story. Also in 2000, Sir Elton John stormed out of the opening of his new Broadway musical show called Ada after complaining for 15 minutes that his songs had been ruined. He was throwing tantrums left and right back then. I don't know what was going on in his life, but there's more stories about him in that era of he getting kind of upset and taking his ball and leaving and going home. It just looks like that to me. 1968, The Beatles, Sgt. Pepper won Album of the Year, Best Album Cover, and Best Engineered and Recorded Album at the Grammy Awards. And music birthdays for today, rapper Ja Rule, J. Rule, whatever you want to say, 48. And Mark Foster from Foster the People is 40 years old today. That's Today in Music, which means it's bow time. Time to qualify for a 2-piece chicken dinner from Bojangles. All you have to do is text us the word today. 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 Do it. 252-441-1025. News and weather together within 10 minutes, and more killer hits coming up. All right, let me check my music here. All right, we got it. We got it covered. All right, let's get back to you guys. What's going on? All right. So, Michael, okay. If I missed you, Michael, have a great day too, buddy. Yeah, there was a big fire in Manteo. Isn't it crazy? That warehouse burned to the ground. Okay. Take one of the legs off of Cynthia's chair and explain that Ruger, Charlie, and Moose sat on it by mistake. Put honey on her paper clips. Oh, gosh. Man, break all the points over their pencils. Now, I don't want to get her upset. Perrin, how did you miss the word? How did you miss the word? Today. There you go. Today. Oh, man. All right, so we got the weekend coming up. Looks like it's going to be a rainy Saturday and at least sunny and breezy on Sunday. Not too cold. With the rain, it won't be that chilly. Then Sunday looks like 56, 57. So it might end up being a good second half of the weekend. But I think the first half, Saturday, it's going to be kind of wet. So, Perrin, you're playing Monopoly? Really? Okay. Man. Who all's playing? And who's winning? Couldn't be too far into the game. What time do you get up? The newer house is across from Duncan in Manio, Gary. Yeah. That's a cool little neighborhood. Sort of a craftsman style house. I think there's pretty trees. What is it? Cypress something over there? Kind of grow over the entrance. You drive under the trees. Yeah. Yes, I do, Victoria. I sure do. Thanks for reminding me. I like birthdays. Always have. And I think it's because my family really made a big deal out of birthdays. And it's a soft spot. And when I started working here, workplaces are so different. You go over here, they do this. And you sometimes there's just no mention of your birthday or whatever. And it's kind of hard for me to adjust to that because it's just, I thought that's what everybody did. Made a big deal out of birthdays. But, I'm older now. I've gotten over that. But it was nice to come here and have a workplace that thinks enough of the people that work here to make sure everybody at least has one special day a year, their birthday. Why not? Everybody makes a little fuss over them. And it's pretty cool. And you know what? I thank Bethy for kind of rounding that up and getting that going here when she started working here. We called her the den mom while she worked here because she just seemed like that's the function she had. It's not because it's, not making fun of her at all. It's just like, my gosh, she takes care of everybody. It's like she's just got this instinct or that nature. Maybe that's what it is. So anyway. Oh, boy. Well, good luck with that, man. I bet, lunch with your sister and a friend, that sounds cool. Perrin, you have a big one coming up this year? Which birthday is it going to be? Oh, wow. Change the date on the computers. Gary, you've got a lot of good ones, man. You do. 65, Perrin, really? Wow. Do you remember early on in life thinking, man, 65, what's life going to be like when I'm 65? Well, the secret is inside you still feel like you're that young person. You kind of are. It's your body's just gotten old. Of course, you've gotten kind of used to it. Or older. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? There's a growing number of like aches and pains and realizations that, I can't just run up the stairs any longer like I used to. I should be in better shape than I am. Well, maybe so. I don't know. But sometimes it's part of getting older is your body just doesn't work like it did when you were 20 years old. Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes you think, doesn't it? Yeah. I had a grandfather that died young, and my mother died young. And it was heart related. Yeah. And you thought 66 was old. Yeah, I know that feeling. You know, I had a great grandmother that lived to be 76. She was born in 1900. So I was 10 when she died. And we were all rooting for her to get to 100. We thought anybody can do it. Granny Beach can, you know. But she had a stroke and passed away at 76. And I thought that was old. Of course, she played the part, man. She had her hair set. She had the funky little what do we call it? Horn rimmed glasses with a chain. Um, the, what do you call it? The house coat and the little tennis shoes and the pull up stocking, pantyhose stockings, whatever you want to call them. She just looked the part. But that's the way women dressed then when they were 76 years old. Now they're on a cruise in the Caribbean, living it up, having a great time, wearing a bikini. Yeah, I know parents like, no, yeah, I got you. Well, Mrs. Thomas would be that way too. But there are women that do that, just have no problem with it. Victoria, you're going to be 66 at the end of March. Okay. Wow, man. Wow. Well, I'm a spring chicken. I'm gonna be 58 on Sunday. So. Aprons. I don't know. Maybe to barbecue with. That's about it. And that's more of a fashion show than anything else. If you do that, I think it is anyway. Okay. All right. Well, aprons can come in handy, especially if you're around flour and you're baking and you got powder everywhere. It's going to be messy. Yeah, aprons, or maybe you're in charge of frying foods on a stovetop or something. I can see where an apron would definitely come in handy and serve a good purpose. But for outside and when you're grilling, you got something that says big dog on it, or here's the meat, whatever you want to say. You know, there's something. Usually dads get them on Father's Day. Yeah, I've had my share of those. So, but they're fun. It's all in good fun, right? I think so too. All right, so we've got the chair, which I think is a pretty good idea, or the blanket, or putting honey on her paper clips, that kind of stuff. One last call. We've got a couple of minutes here. Any other ideas? There's no chance she's watching this. All right, I'm going to leave it open for another 2 minutes, and we'll make the decision. Gary, you look good for 70, buddy. You know, but 70 is like the new 40. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, yeah. You can still water ski, but your running days are over. Is it the knees? Yeah. A wad of gum on her chair handle. Oh yeah, and then we'll exchange it with Ray, and we'll put the gum on the chair, and she'll think Ray put the gum on the chair. I dig that idea. That might work. All right. So tomorrow will be Friday. I'm checking my music here. Hold on. Got to get it right. Boom. Shakalaka. There we go. All right. Tell her that the show has been extended to 9, approved by upper management. That might not be a bad idea. Come up with an official memo. Get our big guy Rick to sign off on it. Due to popular demand, the Facebook Live portion of your show is now extended till 9 a.m. It's your number one job to keep the viewers viewing past 8:41. It's your number one job. That could work. It just might. What do you think, guys? All right. I'm going to make the executive decision. I think it's going to have something to do with the chair. Okay? Something to do with the chair. All right. We won't know until tomorrow this time. when we'll be telling stories about it, because it will already happen. And maybe that's what we'll do. All right. Sound pretty cool? Good. Parrot, enjoy the Monopoly game. Victoria, enjoy your day. Gary, you Gary, you have a great day too, and everybody else at Foy, and let's see, Michael, and who else was in here this morning? And Perrin, I did mention Perrin already, and Charlie, definitely. All right, you guys have a great day today, and we will see you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed tomorrow. Make it a good one.